Hello, and thank you for tuning in once again to the show that gives you the scoop on the latest news, entertainment, and trends, the Elle Scoop Show. My name is Lyndsey McGaha, and I'm your host, and I'm joined here by three lovely ladies who help make the show everything that it is. We've got Freda K. Harris, who is a business owner. We've got Melody Westerfield, who's the creator of Drinks and Dialogue. And of course, we have Miss Zuri Johnson, who's the creator of Life Size Model. Welcome to the show, ladies, again. Hello. So I'm just going to start it right off. In the news, as you all know, a lot of people are really interested in this new iPhone 7. How many of you all have iPhones?
I do.
No iPhone?
Android.
Okay.
I'm against iPhone.
Well, this new iPhone costs anywhere from $700 to $1,000, which is a lot of money, depending on which phone you buy. So do you think that smartphones in general or iPads have lessened the need to have a computer at home?
I think it depends on the person. Like, okay, me, I got big hands, and if I'm trying to type out or if it's something really important, I may want to actually be in front of a computer screen versus trying to move my thumb around to hit all these characters to get down what I want to say. Although I know iPads have an additional keyboard, but you know, vision, you need a bigger screen.
That's true.
So much to
and with
be
big
putting
fingers,
on that thing.
autocorrect is horrible.
Definitely.
Because it's supposed to be correct, but it's not.
I've been able to do a lot on my phone actually without having to have a computer sitting in front of me. So I think I would say yes to it. The only thing that I would need it for is like some intense research, like, or like, you know, applying for a job. That's the only thing I think that I would need a computer for.
Because my iPad,
other than that, I don't.
My iPad serves as an office. I use it for everything. It's got Microsoft Word on it. Well, they call it Pages on the phone. I mean, on the iPad. But yeah, I use it for literally everything. Yeah, I love it. It's got calendars, all that stuff. And that brings me to my next question. Considering that smartphones have everything from our calendars, pictures, emails, banking, financial apps, do you think that they are worth the cost?
They better have all that stuff.
Right,
right. Because of how much they cost.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think they could be less expensive. I don't think it has to be that much for a phone. I don't use my phone like everybody else does. I would love to go back to the flip phone. I mean,
the flip phone.
Yes.
I'm going to agree, but for a different reason, but disagree. I love my phone, actually. I do everything from it, so I think it's well worth it. The only thing that I want them to do is do a better job of the turnover rate on it. Because it seems like every year and a half you have to get another phone because it breaks out, like it runs out really fast.
On purpose.
Yeah, so they charge you $1,000.
Apple does it every time.
Yes.
They get new features. Right now, the iPhone 7 has a different headphone jack, so they were going to require new Bluetooth headphones. I guess you can use the old headphones. They have like an adapter.
But then
there's also a plug it into anymore.
Well, they're going to have some kind of adapter on it, supposedly. And then the adapter for the charger always changes every 2 years so that you can go ahead and drop a G on a phone.
This is
Exactly.
why I
That's
don't
why
like
they charged
iPhone.
all that money, because they just changed one feature and then they stopped you being able to use your old phone. Are you going to get the new phone?
I don't know. So
Yes,
I always wait. No, wait. I always wait. So I skip an addition. So if it's the 6, then I'll skip the 6S and I'll get the 7. But I already have the 6S, so I'm going to wait until the 8 or the 7S.
So like in 2
What
years.
does the letter do?
I'm just saying, there's no need to, they don't change that much in between one to the one that comes after it. Not that much. So I'd rather just wait. I can wait.
That means you don't have to buy the headphones and all these things just for your phone to work the way it used to.
It just means that I have more time to save up to buy one.
Well, another change
I have to save up to buy it.
Another change that they made on the, I don't know about the new phone, but I know with the new update that Apple has for the iOS 10 update, they changed the pistol gun to a green water gun emoji.
Oh, I did.
Have you all heard about that?
When did that happen? A couple of days ago or something?
Well, like I think last week maybe you could do it. I don't update my phone like I'm supposed to, so I don't even have that. But the reason for doing that was because they stated because it would help with I guess gun violence. So then a lot of social media users are upset about it because they're like, okay, So now that it's a water gun, there'll be no more killings.
That just tickled me.
Well, okay, so here's the deal. So every company makes their stance. Maybe that's just their stance.
Right.
It's a small stance,
okay.
but they're making their stance
stance.
to say, hey, this is
I
what we
didn't
stand for.
You're like,
this is what you don't stand for,
Too much right
right?
Yeah.
I
And
was
plus,
just
I'll
like,
say
yo,
this,
Lyndsey
in-
brought it home for me because I was still
like,
waiting.
But you still ain't sold.
But here's the
still
deal,
waiting.
though. So there, in this age, we have a lot of bullying, and sometimes it's via text, right? And so maybe this eliminates it from maybe kids using it to say inappropriate things via text.
But they still got the little bomb and the sword and the knife.
Well,
One at a time.
One at a
Freda.
time.
One at a time.
Right.
oh my gosh. It's okay. Talking about social media, you said bullying. Well, this isn't necessarily bullying, but it could be seen as shaming. There's a woman, her name is Patrice Brown, and she has become so popular. And she's also known as Teacher Bae, hashtag Teacher Bae. She is a paraprofessional. She is becoming a teacher, working in classrooms, and she's posted pictures to her personal social media accounts of what she wears in her classrooms. And
she looks
everybody
cute.
just went crazy
Yes.
about these pictures
Yes.
that the
she-
clothing she wears. She's
everyone
I
definitely
will
went
say
crazy.
this.
Looking good in
She's
her
a very,
clothes.
she has a Coke bottle shape. She's a very curvy woman. And if someone that wasn't as curvy had on the same outfit,
Oh, wait, what's
it would
the
look
question?
like two.
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's not
She
a question.
was-
She
went
has
right
nails in
left
the
field
direction.
No,
right
it's not.
there.
It's not. It's not a
Okay,
question.
go
I'm just
ahead.
saying.
Get there. Get
I'm
there.
saying someone
We're
that has on
ready.
the same
Get there.
outfit.
We on the
We're
same.
ready.
Someone that has the same outfit on, they would not look like they have on the same outfit.
Let me
That's
just-
why
That's
they mad.
all.
That's why they
Let me
mad.
just
They're
correct.
not
Let me
gonna
just
look like
let me
her.
just
Okay.
jump
They
in.
can't
First
wait.
of all, same outfit. Let's talk about the same outfit. Same outfit for you and same outfit for me. The problem is I'm not trying to fit in her size 4. So if it's the same outfit,
Can I
and
claim
it's
that size 4? Let's just take a minute. Let's take a
in
minute.
the name.
Okay.
So the thing is, if she has on a dress that is a little bit loose on her, it's gonna be tighter on me because my curves are obviously a little bit bigger than her. So I'm gonna have to get my size so it'll also be loose on me. That's one. 2 is, she did look good, but she was not dressed appropriate for work. Elementary
To you.
to the world.
No.
Oh,
Everyone
Listen,
does not agree with that.
as a former
Mel has spoken.
Yes. You see, as a former social worker, I will not, I don't see anybody, I don't see me going to anybody's house knocking on their door in the tightest, fittest dress I can find at the store. That is just.
Maybe it depends on who was behind the door.
Well, I'll say this, and I'll have to agree with Mel. So, as a curvy person, I know she said that I was a size 4, but I'm still a very curvy size 6. We'll say
Very.
I'll take 4, but 6, whatever. So, I'm still very curvy. So, I have to be careful on what I wear because what a size 6.
Lord, if you got to be careful. What
I
do
know,
gotta
but
do?
the thing is that I'm a size 6 and I'm curvy, but not all size 6s look the same way in the same outfits. And so I've had to be mindful of certain things that I wear, especially at work. I think the dress looked great on her. I think it was
good.
long enough. I would probably wear that on a date. I would probably wear that out to lunch with some friends. I'd probably wear it at a lot of different places. I don't know that I would opt
a
to wear
nightlife.
that with, in a classroom with
Elementary.
3rd and 4th graders, where they're already dealing with things, going through their minds in the first place.
What kind of things are you doing?
I don't know, but
I
Dave
need
said,
you to come on.
here's the deal. Here's the deal.
back
Dave
in.
just called us out of we have to go to break. When we come back, we are going to talk about this, okay?
Yes.
Freda,
Hold
I
your
want
comments,
you to be the first
please.
one to say something.
We're going to go to break. When we come back, we've got more interesting topics. You all stay tuned. Well, this is the calm before the storm.
Yes.
Kick it off. I know that Zuri totally has a lot of
Come on,
comments
Zuri.
about Teacher Bae.
Yes.
So let's hear them.
Okay, so I've worked in the school before, and I do not disagree with you all as far as being mindful of the clothing that you wear, although I worked in a high school, so I had to be even more mindful of that versus in an elementary school. But my issue here is the fact that this is this woman's personal Instagram, personal account, and everyone is picking the picture from her personal account, and they put this thing out on blast in the spotlight.
But they were of her at work, right?
They were of her at work, but this wasn't the school doing this. Somebody decided to take a picture from her Instagram, put it out there, and say Teacher Bay, and then everybody decided they was going to jump on this bandwagon and put her in the spotlight.
Because it's not new. She's
because they could go
like this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the school has already had conversation with her, and the school is fine. This is everybody else that's coming in and saying, "Oh no, she needs to be dressed like that. She needs to be dressed like this."
But if anybody
they spoke with her about it,
and they're fine.
I mean, so they didn't blast her on the internet.
They said that she has done the things that they are lined up with. So as far as her and the things that are on her social media accounts, the fact that it was a picture from
to me.
It was a picture. No, she hasn't been reprimanded. It was the fact that they went over the code of conduct with her, and the main thing was she's worked there. So the only reason it came up is because other people. Yeah. It didn't even have to be. I don't even know that it was somebody that was at the school. It's somebody that picked her picture out, decided to share it, and say Teacher Bay. If you all at your jobs, you decide to post a picture from your job out there, and anybody just went and stole your picture and just said, "Oh, she's fine, Teacher Bay, social worker Bay,
I totally
whatever
agree
Bay,"
with you on that subject.
Then everybody just gets an opinion.
I think we all got different issues with it. I agree. I think you.
Go ahead, so we can get to the next question.
I agree with you. I don't think they should have blown that up. I agree with you on that. I don't agree with the dress and the way she looks.
And I understand that.
She looks
it's just like we all have this opinion about this person that's living.
I think she would have.
She's living her personal life.
Nice with the jacket over it.
Women have to stop telling each other what we can wear, what we can't wear. As a plus size woman, if I want to come out in a two-piece, trust me, boo, I will do that. Not at work, but just I'm saying society.
But see, that's the point.
But there are people who come to work. They're working. My attire does not do anything. It doesn't say, "Oh, I'm not going to do well today. I'm not going to be productive."
But hold on, in a school,
we need to be teaching the children that we're about these books. We're not about what we got on.
Where kids are easily distracted, especially at that age. I mean, that's an age where hormones are kind of starting. Boys are developing feelings for
and we're going to
women
teach them
and different things like that. So I can understand why this is. Why it's something that we're discussing.
It's to be
and that's where I understand what everyone's saying, but this is where my issue with it is the fact that we're discussing this woman that did not choose to become a public figure.
Well, nobody.
And so now she's become.
But
no,
here's
that's
the deal.
what it is. We're discussing her the same way we would discuss a politician, the same way we would discuss any entertainer. But no, this was something that they picked it out from her Instagram. They're sharing it, and everybody's giving an opinion on her life.
Well, that happens in life. I mean, honestly, that's what social media does.
You take the chance.
Social media puts your life out there, and then you have to be accountable for the things that you post online.
You do.
And if she didn't want it online and she didn't want anyone to say anything, then she would have had a private page.
But how innocent could it be that you're just posting something?
I mean, very innocent.
Like there was another picture of her in her regular T-shirt and jeans. And people were getting on her for that. It was a problem, but she has that shape.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see that.
They
But
showed her in a lot of different outfits.
I will say that comes with the territory of having a social media account. Honestly, and those same rules apply to me, and it applies to Mel, and it applies to you, and it applies to Freda as well.
I think what she wants to wear.
No, Speaking of
questions,
go
ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Sure, go ahead. That's just skipping all over me. Anyway, Miley Cyrus says she's sick of it.
Oh,
okay.
She says she's sick of it.
Okay.
What is she sick of?
She says she's sick of red carpet appearances because she's had enough.
She's a public figure.
Yeah, she is. She's had enough of the stunting and the posing on red carpet. She feels like there's other things that you can do, give back, but she's not going to do any more red carpet events because she feels like it's just an organized stunting and posing event.
But it was okay when she wanted to be noticed and get attention 2 years ago or 3 years ago when she was dying to get on the red carpet. So I'm going to do everything possible to get there.
That is true. She was flying back and forth on a wrecking ball with no clothes on.
But I don't want to be on the red carpet no more.
That she's sick of it.
Well, I think a part of that is also she's saying, there's other issues that we should be bringing up.
Yeah.
She's talking about that I won't do this anymore while people are still starving, while people are still in poverty. So that's her. I was about to say that's her.
Well,
that's like Apple
that's
changing
valid.
a gun to a water gun. I guess that's all it is.
Oh, they're coming for you right now.
No, but I'm just saying.
I gave that topic life.
Just like Apple turning a gun to a water gun.
Okay, speaking of public figures, and we're talking about everything from Miley Cyrus to the little water gun. If you all had an opportunity to speak or ask a question of the presidential candidates, what would one question be? Just one, Mel.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if you all recently heard, but Colin Powell put out an email, and literally when he came for everybody's life in that email. I mean, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. I mean, oh my gosh, it's bad. Dick Cheney.
Yes.
Whew, it was bad. So my question
yes.
for each one of the candidates would be, what are their thoughts on Colin Powell's emails, and what do they have to say in response? Because it was pretty. Yes. There was a lot. It was a lot.
Because no one is speaking about it. Yeah, they're not saying.
Hey,
I haven't seen this
what would your
email.
question be?
What would yours be? I'm thinking mine.
My question for the candidates, it's a question that they refuse to answer, like as far as addressing the issues in the African American communities and truly addressing them, not pointing the blame, but truly trying to come up with solutions. That would be my question, is what are your solutions? Stop. I don't want to know whose fault is what. I want to know what your solutions are.
What you're going to do.
I think Hillary's addressed that. Okay, sorry.
Look,
Let's just throw that up there for you. I'm always ready.
Both of my questions are probably going to be to Donald.
I wouldn't waste the air.
I just want to know, I want to know but they have to tell the truth, right?
Okay.
Like if I'm asking a question, they have to tell the truth.
The expectation is that they would tell the truth.
Well, if it's the truth moment, I want to know who really stole the speech, who really told.
Oh, Melania.
Melania.
Who wrote Melania's speech?
Who really stole
Michelle
it?
Obama wrote her speech.
But who stole it? I really want to know, did they not know? And then I think I need to know from him. I'm really confused.
What about Hillary?
I just want to know that she's okay. She seems like she has some health issues, and I just really want to know if she's okay to run the country.
So is it pneumonia, or is it a cold? Or is it the flu?
I don't know, but I heard that she's done appearances.
They keep saying pneumonia, but then it appears that Bill Clinton came out and blew her cover yesterday when he
said the flu, but flu does turn into pneumonia.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I think the funny thing about that is some people they're waiting to see if jokes are going to come up about her and her being sick and all this other stuff.
Trump
but
did make
that's and that's the thing. Like there's several different.
He said she ain't gonna be alive.
Oh,
there's several different men that get sick, and then it's just like I can't do nothing else.
His
for the
bounce
rest
back
of my
is on
day.
point.
Oh goodness gracious!
Just like that hair.
That's what my question would be.
Yes.
Is there going to be, if you got elected, would there be an official chamber for all the pieces and for the tanning?
Somebody else had a presidential question. Did you have a presidential
for all the
question?
pieces?
Yeah, I want to know that. Listen, we have to go to break because Dave has already. He signaled us 2 minutes ago. We're sorry, Dave. We love you. Listen, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about Colin Kaepernick.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about presidential records, or the medical records for presidential candidates, and maybe new wave tattoos. Yeah. How about that? You all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll have some interesting topics for you. All right, and we're back. Listen, we've promised you all that we're going to be talking about medical records, so we're going to kick it off to Freda to start our first question for this segment.
Just wondered what do you
health scare? Well, first, let's just say that this is the President of the United States, and this is a very stressful job. They're expected to be in office for 4 and up to possibly an 8-year term. So I think that the health of the person that we're electing is very important. As far as to know that they're able to complete the job, right? If they've got some type of life-threatening sickness and they may not be expected to live in the next 2 years, we probably need to know that before we put you in office. Or especially if you're going to spend especially if you're going to spend the majority of your time maybe in the hospital,
But didn't the one president have polio and
unable to?
I
Well, that's
think I
not.
disagree.
But that's not life threatening though.
it's not?
I mean, I think at
It
that time they had a
wasn't?
virus. They had a virus. I mean, they had a. You can live with polio. Right, I think it just affects your muscles. I think it just affects your muscles. But I'll say this, and I could be wrong, but I will say I don't think that certain things aren't important, like STDs. I don't think that's something. I mean, if you had an STD at 18, I don't think that's important information that needs to come out. I don't think stumping your toe, 19 years ago is important. But I do
all
think
gonna be in there.
I do think though, if you've got some health issues that prevent you from being able to carry out your job because they travel a lot, they go to a lot of countries, they're up in the middle of the night, and if you can't complete the job duties, then I think the American people probably need to know.
We should know.
You bring up a good point.
I just disagree because I believe that's breaking HIPAA laws, like HR laws, and as far as I don't know if we hold, of course the president is the highest
It
Bill of
seems
Health.
that they're, right,
Like Donald Trump got yesterday.
that they're healthy enough to complete the job without maybe giving all their information. So, agreed. Okay, so moving on to the next topic, we're going to be talking about Colin Kaepernick. I'm sure you all know about him. So this is the guy, he's a football player. I forgot, what team does he play for? Who
He's
remembers?
with the San Francisco 49ers.
There you go. And he has been refusing to stand up for the national anthem. There are many that support his movement, and there are quite a few that don't. What do you all think? And do you think that his actions will bring about the change that he's wanting, or do you think it kind of changed the narrative from what his intended purpose was?
It's his stance.
Don't steal my words.
It's his stance, and he has the right to have it.
Okay.
So do people even understand why he's doing it? Though?
Right.
I think
Exactly.
they're so caught up in it being the respect of the flag and the anthem. They're so caught up in that and don't even understand what his stance is.
Right.
It's not anything. He's just saying this is my stance, and
Which is?
it's what is it? Black Lives Matter, basically, isn't it?
Yeah,
Not so much, but
I mean,
He's not. I mean, that's kind of what I felt about it.
Yeah, that's right.
And I believe it too. I think it's like he's not standing up for a song. One, in the verses, it talks about slavery, but then another part of it is the fact
than I
that
am on this.
no,
that's why I was
it's
trying
just
I know.
It's just the fact that this country is not standing up for the injustices that have happened with African Americans. So he does not feel like, at this point in time, he wants to stand up for this anthem that represents this country. And a lot of veterans and people that have been in the military have supported him. So everyone else that's just like, no, you shouldn't do this. Y'all are up in arms about him not doing this. But you all weren't up in arms about the actions that caused him to desire to do this.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's a song. It's not, y'all not saying nothing about the people that got shot and killed.
Biracial?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and there's some people that feel certain ways about that too.
And I love the fact that he comes, I mean, he has a privileged lifestyle. I mean, as an NBA,
He sure
an NFL player, he's wealthy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have.
He's donating money, so it's not just him doing this.
Well, he's
donating
stated
money.
that he understands that everyone is not in the position that he's in to lose endorsements and money, and he understands that, if you can't do what he's doing, that's fine, but just understand the reason and the cause why he's doing it.
Right.
Next time we'll talk about my old Kentucky home.
Oh goodness.
Don't forget about voting, though.
Yes,
So
that is
much
for
going
sure.
on.
That is for sure. Listen, you all, the last day to register to vote in Kentucky is October the 11th. So please register to vote. It is so important. If you've changed your address, if you've changed your name, anything like that, you need to go and get that information changed so that you can know what precinct you're registered to vote in, and also to update your voter registration card. It is so important.
Your future depends on it.
That's
Yes,
true.
it does.
The state future, the county that you live in, and also the national future. Because you get voting rights for everything. So please vote October the 11th. You can also vote online, so be sure to do that. Check that out.
Vote online or register?
You can register online. Sorry, thank you so much. You can also register online, and you can also do it at the county clerk house. downtown.
Those
So
folks will never see the daylight.
What, the voting online? That wouldn't work out.
all
Somebody just
right,
hacked
new
the
wave
system.
tattoos.
You have that one.
Oh, am I going to do that one too? Okay, great. So, you all, there's a new fashion trend that's out that has many people talking and has a lot of people getting tattoos of freckles on their face because they think that they're, appealing. So, is society becoming too vain, or is it just taking pride in appearance?
I think I don't know.
You're the makeup artist at the table.
Yeah,
One of the makeup artists.
Well, I don't know. I dealt with a woman. I might be way off, but I did makeup for a woman who had a birthmark, and then I had dealt with another woman who had freckles, and they were very, very proud. They didn't want them to be covered up. So I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was the beauty in beauty. I mean, it's very beautiful. So they didn't want those things to be covered up. So people who are doing that, I guess that is their form of, I don't know. Is it?
I think it's just trendy, I guess.
Because
It doesn't speak in volume
remember, like,
or
a
anything.
lot
Yeah,
of
it
times.
does. It does, though, really, because really, you're kind of saying that you don't like how you look, sort of.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was gonna say,
if you look at it,
tattooing it on you,
yeah, you're saying that you don't like how you look, and you don't like the way that God made you to look, or the genes that your parents had that
Freckles are like
you.
a beauty mark, aren't they?
Right?
I think so.
But
I
I mean,
think people just trying to do it as a trendy thing to do. Like,
Yeah,
I've always
it's
wanted a
trendy.
mole. It's not that I don't love me, but I want that little mole right
You
here.
just want that Mary J. Who? Marilyn.
Marilyn Monroe.
I think Mary did the little pen tattoo.
Me and Mary was both doing it in pictures. It's different. One, it might be here one time, over here.
Well, it's kind
so
of,
have we said that? So is it vain, or is it just taking pride in your appearance?
it's not taking pride in your appearance, I don't think.
I'm not tattooing anything on my face.
I say it's
mine.
just trendy. I think it's just fashion.
Well, they have that. They also have. I don't think it's. I would say it's trendy. I don't think it means anything.
And you can always put makeup on it if you get tired of them. Like, no, I don't want them no more. Put some makeup on.
They have the semicolon. Have y'all heard about that? The tattoo semicolon.
No.
It basically means it's semicolon project, and it's for where people are. It's bringing awareness to mental health issues. People who have depression and people who are dealing with suicidal thoughts and attempts. So it's the semicolon is for afterlife, for the future, meaning to go on. So it's
See, that
different.
has so much more depth to me than somebody getting
Where are you gonna
tattooed
put that?
freckles.
I have a friend who actually has one. Her and her mom, her father committed suicide, and her mom put semicolons on their wrist. I seen one on Pinterest where it's on the back of their neck. It's just something small,
Right.
kind of really
Only
small.
probably you would notice it.
Yeah. But people are getting semicolons in small, noticeable places, I guess, and it's meaning,
That just has so much meaning to me.
Well, there you go. Listen, ladies, we've completed another 30-minute show.
Wow.
So give yourself a round of applause. You all be sure to tune into the show every Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
We are on every Sunday, Cable 10, 5 o'clock. Tell your friends. Check us out on Facebook, too. Also, check us out online at www.ellescoop.com. If you have any questions that you would like for us to talk about here, answer, or discuss here on the show, please email us at info@ellescoop.com. You all stay tuned, and until next time.